Hello, friends. Welcome to It's a Date at 8 here in Suitably Stamped Studios. Come on in and say hello. I think it's looking good. Let's check. Hey, Debbie. Good to see you. Hi, Diana. How are you? I'm looking awful pink tonight. I don't know why that is. Why are you looking pink? Oh well, Lindsay'd be happy. Hey, Debbie Colby. Good to see you. All right, how's everybody doing? Surviving? Living it up there in quarantine? Today was fun. Actually, today I got a little work done, which was very nice. So I was productive. Feel free to share the video if you would like. I do have a special treat for a drawing for anyone who shares tonight. So woohoo! Really, really fun. Oh, thanks, Debbie Colby. Appreciate it. I brought the card that I shared today on my blog and in my email to all of my subscribers today. This is just one I was going to show you before we started tonight's project. This is an easel card made with the Bonanza Buddies bundle here in the holiday, or keep calling it the holiday, the spring summer catalog. Bonanza Buddies, and it's the Bonanza Buddies stamp set with the designer series paper. Really, really cool, really pretty, just bright. You know me, this is my wheelhouse. Love, love, love these colors. So this was the card I shared today on the blog. It's a little easel card. You pop it up, and a little koala's in there. And I love this stamp set because it says, cake is the answer. Who cares what the question is? How perfect is that for right now? Hey, Lorraine, good to see you too. So yeah, this was the one that was on the blog today. If you haven't subscribed over there, you should, so you don't miss anything. This one it has all the details and all the supplies on there for you. But the one we're going to do tonight also uses this birthday bonanza. And I told you guys, if you heard me last night, if you were here, if you have a 6x6 sheet of designer series paper and then a piece of coordinating cardstock and a piece of white cardstock, you can cut your project along with me tonight because we're going to make a really fun fold card using those 3 items, and then you can decorate using whatever stamp set you would like. I'm using this suite tonight, so it will be up to you. All right. Yeah, okay, that looks good. All right, so we're going to get started. I went ahead tonight and printed out the measurements for you. I have everything here that I'm going to be posting for you later here in the comments, and then the information will also be over on the YouTube channel when I post this tonight. There are times, I will admit, that I don't get right into YouTube and post a video right after, because usually my family's waiting for me to be done and finish out the evening with them. So tonight I will do my best to get this one on there for you. But anyway, these will be, like I said, here in the comments for you after this video has ended. Hey, Kathy, good to see you. Hi, Jackie. Lots of friends tonight. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to do a card that was inspired by a card that my friend Frenchie did. I kind of took what she did and, well, I made it my own, obviously, but this is a little card I'm going to show you how to make tonight. It's just a little double fold card, and I call it double the fold, double the fun. So, as I said, we're using the birthday buddies, or Bonanza Buddies. So here's a little front fold. It opens up like that, and there's the inside. How fun is that? Isn't that cute? So really nice little fun fold card for you tonight. Really easy directions, but this is cool for 6x6 papers, and I'm going to show you why. You could cut these in really and do them in an assembly line, because once you get your papers cut, you're ready to go. So I'm going to use the Designer Series paper from Birthday Bonanza. And the ones that I chose tonight, actually, let me show you some of these just in case, because you really can't tell sometimes from the catalog what they look like. There's one with the little toucans, and then on the back, there's a really neat pattern. I cut mine up into 6x6s. That's how I'm storing these now. The koalas with the little pattern on the back. Candles with little ice cream cones on the back. Look at that lion. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. The lions with some yellow and mango there on the back. Really pretty. And then this is the one we're going to be using tonight for our project. And I'm going to show you how we're going to cut that. Then there's one with the balloons and some presents on the back. So really, really fun set with really nice colors. It's such a pretty color palette. But we're going to use this piece of 6x6 tonight. Now, the colors that I chose to go with mine. Debbie Clark, why are you angry? Hey, Tony, good to see you, sweetie. All right, we're going to use this piece of 6x6 tonight. The colors that I chose for my cardstock were Mango Melody, and I'm going to use a piece of Whisper White. And I suggest you use a neutral for this part of the card that opens up like this. I just think everything pops off of that once you do that. On the circles here, I have a Starburst circle here out of Bermuda Bay, and then a 2-inch circle out of Mango Melody, and then a Whisper White circle here that's 1 3/4. Okay, but I'm going to show you how these measurements all work out. It's really cool. All right, so like I said, you need a 6x6 piece of DSP. You're going to need a piece of Mango Melody, or whatever your solid is that matches your paper, any coordinating color. You're going to need, for the card base, this is going to measure 5.5 by 6.5. Okay, and then I scored it at, I want to make sure I tell you right, you're going to score it at 2 1/4. Okay, 5.5 by 6.5, and you're going to score it at 2 1/4. All right, so that's our card base. So there's that. We'll set that aside. Now you're going to need a piece of Whisper White. You can use the thick, or you can just use this one. Either way, the regular Whisper White, sorry. This is going to measure 4 1/4 by 6.5, and you're going to score it in the middle of the 6.5. Put that at the top. You're going to score it in the middle at 3 1/4. Okay. And then we're going to go over this again, so don't panic to be writing everything down. And this is going to be the one that'll go the opposite direction, like so. Okay? With me? All right. Now, for that Designer Series paper, the reason I said when you have these 6x6 pieces, this is a really easy one to cut, and cut a lot in bulk to have them ready to go, and just mix and match your cardstocks that coordinate. So we're going to take our Designer Series paper, and the paper this way is going to have to be the 5 1/4, because this is regularly 5.5. We want it a 1/4 inch smaller, so it's going to be, we're going to cut it off first. We're going to turn it, because this is directional. I'm going to cut the bottom off at 5 1/4, like so. And I'm going to set this aside, because I'm going to use it. Then I'm going to turn it back around, and I have so this will be 6 inches by 5 1/4 now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in my trimmer, and I'm going to take off 2 inches off this side over here. So I have 2 inches and 4 inches. Okay, that's it. 2 inches and 4 inches. Put that away. Thanks everybody for sharing. I really appreciate it. All right, where did I lay my paper? My bone folder. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give these guys just a really good crease here for my card bases, like that. So for this card base, you can choose. Now you can tell on mine, I chose to put the animal print over here on the small flap, and then I put the stripe, which is the back side of it, on the background over here. I just liked the way it looked. So we're going to do that again. So I'll take this one and put some adhesive here on the back. Ooh. I didn't break it. I didn't snap my glue there. Come on. There we go. So we're going to take this one, and this is going to go over here on the left-hand side on this flap. And these colors are just, oh my gosh, I hope you can see with the lighting in here, because they are so, so pretty. And I think this black with the two cans, I think it just pops right off the page. All right, so that was our 2" by, excuse me, 2" by 5 1/4" inch piece, and this is our 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to turn that over because I'm going to use this pattern here on my background. So we'll go ahead and we will adhere that. And let me tell you, when I was doing this card, I have so many stamp sets I want to try this with, because it is such a cool design, but it's such an easy process to put it all together. So I am going to have a lot of designer paper being cut up in my studio, I assure you. Okay, so there's our card base. Now, for the card that's going to go back for the flap this way, I told you we wanted to keep this piece that we cut off from the bottom, okay? Now, since this is directional, you could take it and change my design, because you can tell I used mine down the left-hand side. That's because it was directional, and I wanted the color to be over here to pull in this same complement, the same piece of paper on the background. So I used mine over here, but you could totally do it at the bottom if you would like, do it in the middle, however you would like. You could use it as a banner behind your circle, whatever. Just a really cool accent piece. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take my card front here, and I'm going to put some adhesive down the side and adhere this little diagonal stripe piece over here, like so. Then we will give it a little trim, like that. Okie doke. So there's that. Now, gosh, excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the card base, like so. So I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive on it, and I'll show you a trick I learned assembling this. So I turned mine so that the fold is over here towards me, and then I took the piece that I'm going to adhere, and I don't want this to lay down, because this stuff is going to stick like, well, like glue. It's going to stick really, really quickly, and I don't want it to lay down there until I'm really sure it's where I want to put it. Kind of like your final answer. So I put it on there, and I checked that it's straight across here, and I want the same amount just about on top and bottom here on that designer paper that I can see. So I'm just going to kind of finagle that around like that. Try to not get my finger to stick there. Like that. Put it down, then pray real hard. Like that. Hey Lynn, good to see you. Oh, my Stampin' friends. Okay, so that's how our top little card is going to go. And you can tell, you just need to make sure you have a nice burnished crease here for, well, actually on both sides, to help it stay closed. And it will after it's been, you know, in an envelope and that kind of thing. Or you can put a punch on top of it, and it'll keep it nice and closed for you. Now, the one thing in the suite that's in this suite are the birthday Bonanza dies. Now these go with the stamp set, and they also coordinate these coordinate with the designer paper, and I'm going to show you what I mean. But when you can order them in the bundle, which is a 10% discount. Now, they have been on back order, and I know they're coming back, especially since China is reopening their plants. So the dies, the stamps we make here in Kanab, Utah, but the dies are made overseas. So these will be coming back, so keep an eye out for these. But I did use the dies when I was designing, but you don't have to have them. If you get the paper, you're golden, okay? So, gosh, I'm really sorry. All this frog in my throat. So I want to show you with the paper here, there's a die for the toucan, and this is the one that faces the left, and you can see it fits around him perfectly like that. And then these I just fussy cut out, and I actually didn't want to get out my die cutting machine earlier, so I fussy cut all three that I'm using. That's how lazy I was. And then the other ones that it will cut the koala, which is here, and it cuts the little lion and his mane. It's just stinking cute. And these banners here are just really, really sweet to use on your projects, any projects actually. But those are the dies that go with it. All right, so I did take my designer paper and I cut out the 3 toucans that I wanted to use. And on the front, I wanted the one little guy with the little birthday hat. So there he is. And then this little guy, his little buddy right there. And then I did this one with the balloons for the inside of my card. And you can see on all of them, I just went ahead and just left the white around it as if it was, each of them was being cut with a die. So that's why they all were perfectly happy being fussy cut. All right, so like I was telling you before, I pulled colors that would coordinate here, and I wanted this to kind of make it pop on the front, so I used that Bermuda Bay, and I used my Starburst Punch, so that's going to go here. And then we have a Mango Melody piece. That's a 2-inch circle. And then I have the 1 3/4 inch circle that I stamped on, and that's going to go here. Now the stamps that I used for this tonight is the Perennial birthdays. I use this because I love the stamp set. I love the sayings and the fonts in this one. I could have used the one that goes with the suite, but I just decided to use this one. These are just some of my favorite fonts in this one, so I use this. So Perennial birthday was the winner tonight. All right, so I'm going to take my circles and we're going to put these guys together. So let's just adhere our mango circle to our starburst, like that. And I'm going to adhere my sentiment circle flat. I know you guys are used to me popping everything up, but we're not going to pop that up tonight, only because I'm going to use some embellishments and the toucans are going to get popped up. So I didn't want to have too much height there from mailing. Okay, so there's our sentiment. So let's go ahead and we'll glue this to the front of our card here. Like this. There we go. Now, I'm going to take my little guy with the birthday hat. He's going to go on first, and these will go on with dimensionals. And you can use regular or you can use minis, whatever works for you. But I found these guys work just great. Hi, Amy. Good to see you. All right. And you know, I know some people are saying, well, you know, I really don't make juvenile birthday cards. These don't have to be juvenile birthday cards. Trust me. You can totally ramp these up to be, you know, tween, adult. It's just whoever the audience is, trust me, they would love this. All right, so we're going to put our little guy down here with the birthday hat. And then we'll bring his little buddy up here to the top. Right over here. Oh, missed one. This guy is going to go over here. right about there. All right, and I wanted to add just a little bling to the front so you guys know one of my faves. It's my glitter enamel dots. And I decided to use some of these gorgeous Crystal Cabana ones because they complement perfectly. So let's see. I will use my, I guess I'll use my snips. Oh no, there's my paper piercer. Let's use that guy. Everybody, equal opportunity. So we're going to put one over here. Do I have any little ones? Here we go. Got a couple little ones. You can tell I love these because I have a ton of them. I use them all the time. I'm going to put a little one over here. Then another medium-sized one down here. And I like to do them so when I'm, obviously you guys know I always preach about using an odd number on the front. So I have the 3, but I like to do them so if I'm going to put them randomly that they don't all they're not all lined up stacked on top of each other. I like usually making like a triangle or something that kind of has your eye follow them instead of just in a straight line. But that's just me. You do you. Okay, so that's the outside of our card. So for the inside, now this is a unique card as far as where to write. So I thought what would be really cool would be to have our toucan with the balloons over here and leave this space for you to write your sentiments and all of that. So I went ahead and I stamped the happy birthday on a piece of the Mango Melody. Just cut it on a little strip, flagged the ends. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this guy down. And I want to put him in with dimensionals because he looks cuter with dimensionals on this card. Like that. And like that. Okie doke. So let's do this one. I don't know about you guys, but stamping is keeping me sane in this staying home thing because it's just my happy place, and when I can get in here it feels really good. So this is my therapy. Between this and sewing masks, this has been all the hours of my day, so it's been really nice. All right, so here's our little happy birthday, and I wanted to kind of put this at an angle right about there. Perfect. Okie doke. So when this closes, this will close over, and there's our little card. Isn't that fun? Now, honestly, you could take your designer papers, like I said, my 6x6s that I've shown you before how I'm storing them. I cut my 12x12s up and I put them in these little holders that we made probably a month ago now. We made these little holders for our designer paper, and I could take this and just start cutting up the 6x6s and have a bunch of these ready to go. So the one 6x6, you're going to get there, get these just ready to go. Okay. So, oh, hey, Rosie, how are you? Good to see you. Yay. I'm seeing all my friends tonight. This is awesome. I miss you guys. So the birthday Bonanza, honestly, it's really a versatile paper. Like I said, it's not just for juvenile cards. And this particular card design is really, really versatile. So you could use this with so many different papers and stamps, and it would be just the cat's meow. So that's this one. Now, for those of you who share this video, if you're here, I always tell you, say hello. If you're watching it on replay, please press replay. Tonight, the item I'm going to be giving away with the random draw for anyone who shares, you're actually going to get a sampler of some designer series paper, 6x6 sheets, and they will be coming to a mailbox near you. So we will do that draw tomorrow evening, and I will post the winner and get that in the mail. Okay? So here's this month's host code. Don't forget to use this one. when you order at my online store, suitablystamped.stampinup.net. And again, don't forget about the Stampin' Anonymous tutorial bundle this month, free with a $35 purchase. Or you can buy the bundle of tutorials for $9.99. If you are an Inkerbell, they are free and in our files section on our Facebook group. Okay, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Let me know. I'll be here. And I can't wait to see you again. I will be back on Sunday evening for Create at 8. So I will see you then. God bless and stay well. Bye-bye.